morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what side of the world you're in. I'm HalfLifeSistah, and this is my hubby, wolfkain.
What's up, everybody?
Welcome to my channel and to another episode of Sister and the Wolf Reaction. We are back with another patron request presented to you by our lovely, loyal, faithful, and most patient patron,
Gary.
Gary, baby, thank you for your love and your continued love and support, baby.
He also mentioned that his friend is in this band.
Yes.
We don't know which friend it is, but looking forward to listening to this. Pulled up a little bit. I didn't see a wiki on the band, but I did see, I did see an article here. I hope it's still accurate. I think the article is from last year.
Okay.
But apparently that this is an eclectic mix of veteran performers who emerged from Detroit's underground rock scene in 2015. Mm-hmm. The varying musical influences is heard throughout the material. Their music combines pop, rock, alternative, and metal sounds, sprinkled in with some punk, which I love. I love punk. Oh! Top it off with the powerful lead vocals of Amanda, I'm going to butcher it, Liebberg? And get, you know what your hiccups?
Amanda Liebberg.
You have the cutest hiccups.
Thank you. EVA on
Oh,
the
didn't he mention this might be a tearjerker? Something about...
Oh yeah, tearjerker.
You know what? Let's see what the song's about,
okay,
and then we'll discuss it afterwards and get our...
Gotcha.
Let's see where it takes us without any preconceived notion.
This song is called The Strong. Okay, are you ready?
She's pretty.
She's beautiful. You should see her legs, her calves. Beautifully shaped calves. I'm really big on calves.
Do we have a video for this, I hope?
A video? Yes, baby.
Okay, good.
You couldn't wait for me to talk about a calf muscles?
Well, I just want to know if I'm going to be able to see them here. Yeah.
I don't know about that. I don't know. I just know that I saw pictures of her. Beautiful legs. I'm really big on
big calves.
Yeah, Wolf has some beautiful legs.
My mom did too.
Yes, she did.
I think I get them from her.
Indeed, baby. Good shut up now. You ready?
Shine bright like a diamond.
You ready?
Go.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, so this is going to be about suicide.
So what did you even do today?
What do I always do? I work, sleep, and eat!
That is such a lie! I'm so tired of you lying!
This is all I am, and all I know, to speak in the midst of the silence, and listen to the places that I've been.
Okay. Oh.
So, I know. So, I mean, obviously, if you're not a complete dick, it's impossible not to feel something for that.
I'm sorry.
Good tissue. So that was very sweet.
Yeah, we need
Stuff like this is important. Yes.
more artists. Yes, this should go on YouTube if you can get around to it. We need more people to see this, and we need more artists, you know, to sing about things like this that really, honestly, and truly matters. Suicide is a real thing. It's a big thing. It's a problem.
I'm gonna post like some statistics while we're talking
Yeah.
down here. And what I like about stuff like this, sometimes it's very difficult to convey a message quickly that is very nuanced. And the nuance here is it's such a perspective issue. And the reason why young people tend to commit suicide,
Speak on that.
the lack of experience in understanding that life is not always like this. Every child feels like this life is
Yeah.
reality and their
Yeah,
lives
yeah.
because they don't know anything else.
Right.
And the most important thing for parents and teachers and adults to teach children is that this is not reality.
And
this is not life.
Yes.
And the way children behave is not the way adults behave. Right now, because this is all you know, you become engulfed in it, and it weighs on you, and you think that there is no hope because you don't know any other way. And it's the responsibility of people who are out of that to help them, to bring them through that. And it's like the boy, you know, sending her that message at the perfect moment to take her off the ledge is that perfect metaphor of what I'm talking about, is that the right message at the right time is so important. There could never be too much of something like this because you never know who's going to see it from where. The important thing is that the message gets through. What they were portraying was a real event.
Yeah,
There was a
of
girl who was
course.
social bullied and
Yes,
killed herself.
yes.
I know, I remember that story.
Yes.
So it's not like this is some pretentious
It's
bullshit.
not,
This
it's
is
not.
this is a real thing. As smart as I thought I was and I am, I was a dumbass as a
You
kid.
were a kid,
All
yeah.
kids are dumbasses,
I
even
wasn't.
the smart ones. Nobody
Sorry,
is
I was
nobody
not.
has it all completely
Yeah,
together.
yeah.
We all make mistakes.
We do.
And we have to be able to get through it.
Yes.
And you know, with the cutting and stuff, it's just like it's so easy to be like, oh, these are weak-minded and stuff. But no,
That's
this
the thing
is
that people,
Yes.
I hate to say the millennials, but
Yes.
a lot of people are saying that, you know, people are too sensitive these days. What are they calling it? They're calling it something like
snowflakes.
You know,
right? Every little thing bothers
every little
them.
thing. No, you know, there are people that are dealing with depression. Their hormones are not where they're supposed to be. Not only
The brain
that, but
is
the
so
frontal lobe.
complicated.
It
Yes.
really is.
The idea that you can just distill it down into one thing is
Right.
laughable.
Yeah.
However, and believe me, I know the argument. I do believe that we need resistance in our life because that
Yes,
strengthens us mentally.
It gives you more
And
character.
And I know there are people in this world whose lives have been so devoid of any kind of real pain or stress
and
that every
exactly.
little thing bothers them. I
get that. We know that's a thing.
There is no one right or wrong way to treat anyone.
Right,
That's
right.
why we have professionals in the field who have this. The important thing is to be able to recognize problems and issues,
Yes.
and for people to have an outlet for help. That's why, you know, putting the number at the beginning of the video and the contact is, that's why these organizations exist.
They're so
If the
beautiful for
parents and
doing
the
so.
teachers can't touch them, hopefully they reach out for help to get it from somewhere else. That's why, again, the message, right? Just keep throwing the message out. Keep throwing the message out so hopefully it lands before it's too
You know,
late.
honestly, we spoke about this. I forget which video it was. In school, just like they have personal
Oh,
physical
Jeremy.
education.
Yeah. Pearl Jam. Jeremy.
I think it was. Yes, Jeremy, yes.
Yeah. I actually looked into it. I've seen some stuff exist. They should be
Yes.
teaching so much more.
A class that teaches
preparing
you
people
that.
for lives and the futures
course.
and getting them to really understand reality. They're not teaching enough
And-
to make it a well-rounded human being.
The way the system is structured in the United States, we're not really big on mental health. We're really not. It goes unnoticed.
Social media is
So toxic.
not. It's social media is nothing. It's meaningless.
It really is.
But that's because I have the right context and framework. Like, first, the idea that someone can bully or bother me on social media is laughable to me because of my perspective of it. when that perspective is different, when you live off of social media and becomes your identity,
and you want to feel
suddenly
accepted.
your mentality. So there's a whole new set of things that need to be educated and taught, because technology has changed dramatically in the last 20 years. In a very short amount of time, reality and ability to contact someone, privacy, all that has changed so dramatically that new things need to be taught to the new generation that they're not going to see, because like we're in that perfect middle ground where we lived in a world without cell phones, and now we have cell phones, so we know both the benefit with and without,
Of course.
and we have some sort of balance.
Yes.
But I'm trying to imagine what if I grew up in a world
Oh, right?
that I had a
You know,
cell
I
phone in my
never
hand
thought
since I was a
about
little
that.
kid.
I never thought about that.
How my connection with the world, and plus I'm
You're
not the greatest
right.
example because I'm by nature an introvert, and I in general I do not desire
yeah,
human
this is,
contact. So for me, this has been a great benefit to my ability to actually be more sociable in a way that makes me comfortable, right?
Right.
But for the opposite,
Yes.
people, I think, make the mistake of thinking that that's sociable, when if you are a social
really
creature,
not.
it's not.
It's
right?
not.
You actually need the opposite of what I need.
Right.
In this case, what it misses is what I think is a very important reality that we need to talk about more frankly, which is that social media brings with it multiple, well-documented significant harms. Social media tools are designed to be addictive. The actual desired use case of these tools is that you fragment your attention as much as possible throughout your waking hours. That's how these tools are designed to use. Well, we have a growing amount of research which tells us that if you spend large portions of your day in a state of fragmented attention, so large portions of your day where you're constantly breaking up your attention, take a quick glance, do a just check, let me just quickly look at Instagram, that this can permanently reduce your capacity for concentration. In other words, you could permanently reduce your capacity to do exactly the type of deep effort that we're finding to be more and more necessary in an increasingly competitive economy. So social media use is not harmless, it can actually have a significant negative impact on your ability to thrive in the economy. I am especially worried about this when we look at the younger generation coming up, which is the most saturated in this technology. If you lose your ability to sustain concentration, you're going to become less and less relevant to this economy. There's also psychological harms that are well documented that social media brings that we do need to address. So we know from the research literature that the more you use social media, the more likely you are to feel lonely or isolated. We know that the constant exposure to your friends' carefully curated positive portrayals of their life can leave you to feel inadequate and can increase rates of depression. And something I think we're going to be hearing more about in the near future is that there's a fundamental mismatch between the way our brains are wired and this behavior of exposing yourself to stimuli with intermittent rewards throughout all of your waking hours. So it's one thing to spend a couple hours at the slot machine in Las Vegas, but if you bring a slot machine with you and you pull that handle all day long from when you wake up to when you go to bed, we're not wired from it. It short circuits the brain, and we're starting to find that it has actual cognitive consequences, one of them being this sort of pervasive background hum of anxiety. Now, the canary in the coal mine for this issue is actually college campuses. If you talk to mental health experts on college campuses, they'll tell you, along with the rise of ubiquitous smartphone use and social media use among the students on the campus came an explosion of anxiety-related disorders on those campuses. So that's the canary in the coal mine. This type of behavior is a mismatch for our brain wiring. It can make you feel miserable. So there's real cost to social media use, which means when you're trying to decide, should I use this or not, saying it's harmless is not enough. You actually have to identify a significantly positive, clear benefit that can outweigh these potential completely non-trivial harms.